So, the last story today I'm going to be telling is the story of the White Snake. The story of the White Snake, what happens in it is there's a king, and he's very wise, very knowledgeable, and everybody knows about it, especially a servant. So, a servant one night realizes that the king has a certain dish every single night before dinner, and he actually obtains the dish one night, and he realizes that it is a coiled white snake. So, curious about the dish, he takes a bite of the snake, and he realizes that he has the knowledge and the power and the ability to talk to animals. So, later on in the story, the servant is accused of stealing the queen's ring, and he's about to get in a lot of trouble, probably death, and he decides, or he hears a goose talking and complaining that there is a ring stuck in his throat. He takes the goose, runs to the cook's kitchen, and the cook slices the goose's neck, and the ring comes out. He gives it to the queen. The queen is happy he's not in trouble anymore. Later on in the story, the king wants to marry off his daughter to a suitable young man, and he's looking around for a possible husband, and one of the tests was he threw a golden ring into a lake, and he asked the servant to retrieve it. Either come up or don't come up at all. Much to his surprise, a fish rise up from the sea, and there's a bunch of seaweed, but the golden ring is there. The king is astonished, and he agrees to marry off his daughter to the servant. Once they are married, the princess has not warmed up yet quite to the servant, and she requires him to do a lot of tests. The first one was she dropped a lot of grain that she was collecting in the grass, and he didn't know how he was going to retrieve all that grain, but luckily he was communicating with animals, and a colony of ants helped him out, and all of the grain was put back into the giant buckets. However, she was not yet happy with the servant, and she requested that he would go to the Tree of Life and take an apple and give it to her. So he eventually finds the Tree of Life, thanks to some birds, and he finds the Tree of Life, takes one of the apples from the Tree of Life, gives it to his bride, and they end up living happily ever after. Thank you.